Good morning, it's 10 o'clock again and it's Kids and Youth Check-In time. Good to see you. It is the 7th of June. It is, just seems like we've been like this for hours. How are you doing? Maybe you have been able to see a few people recently. How cool. Great. So, this morning we're going to do something again with a special guest, and we're going to find out who it is right now. Hey everybody, here we are, and I'm with someone that we have met before, but over to you. What is your name, my friend?
My name is Tim Charlton.
Hey Tim, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks Rick. Yeah, just getting
good, lovely. Good to see you too, and we're gonna find out a little bit more about what you've been up to in lockdown very soon. But I thought it'd be good for you just to say hey to everybody, and we will crack on. Here we go. Great. So, Tim, we said we're going to talk a little bit about lockdown. It feels like we've been in this for what, like 14 years. Your beard has grown even longer. What have you been up to, mate, during lockdown?
Yeah, so I mean, it feels like I can't remember what life was like before lockdown, to be honest. But I've been at home a lot, as I think we all have been. So I've been doing whatever DIY jobs I can find. When B&Q opened, that was really my saving grace. So I've been doing that in kind of my spare time. I've been trained to be a teacher this year, so I'm still doing lots of that online. I've got a year 5 class, and every day I'm on kind of setting them tasks and seeing what work they've done. Got a dog, because you've got to have something to fill your time in lockdown. He's certainly doing that. So,
wow.
So got a dog, which then came from Dog Stress, a rescue dog. So I then got my year 5 class to name them. So that was a fun day, kind of getting them to name him. So they named him Chase, and he's making sure I'm up nice and early and getting lots of exercise, which is really good. So.
Nice. Chase is also part of Paw Patrol. My little nephew tells me quite regularly. So is your dog able to do anything incredible?
Sadly not. I wish he was as good as any of the Paw Patrol members, to be honest, and he is wonderful and I love him to bits, but special skills he hasn't got many. He can run after a ball, not great at bringing it back, but he does his best. He's a big softie, really. He likes, rolling around on his back with his legs up like this and his tummy scratched. So if that's a special skill, then I guess he's got that one.
Love that. So, mate, let's. I want to just find out a little bit more. We've got a couple of questions for you. So let's go into our leaders' questions, because you mentioned in your Fast 5 a couple of weeks ago that you called the police because you'd lost your teddy. Please explain. Yeah,
so I mean, this was a little while ago, Rick. It's not like I've done this during lockdown. But as a family when I was little, we went on holiday together, and I wouldn't go anywhere without my teddy, as I'm sure many of us are still like that. So we went away to South Wales, drove a few hours in the car, packed up all our stuff, and of course Teddy was the most important thing to pack with me. Got there, and soon emerged he was nowhere to be found, so we thought he must have been lost. Maybe someone had stolen him. What had happened? I was obviously distraught and beside myself, and my mother, being the I'm not even sure what the right word, maybe good sport, overly generous individual that she is, decided an appropriate thing to do would be to involve the local police. Now, it's not like Greater Manchester Police, when there's thousands of police officers and there's loads and loads of people trying to use them. This is a tiny little village in South Wales, and we got in touch with the police station and strolled up to the police station to talk to me about it, and they took a report. What does he look like? When did you last see him? What name does he answer to? Which was Teddy, which wasn't very original, but at least easy to identify, I guess. So we enlisted the help of South Wales Police to find this teddy that, lo and behold, I'd left at home. So at which point,
mate.
Yeah, so I'm gutted still. We'd embarked on a couple of weeks holiday in South Wales. Fortunately, my parents managed to enlist the help of a friend from their church We went into our house, found that the teddy was there, and we then got Royal Mail to help us out, sent him down, and I was reunited. No thanks to South Wales Police, and no thanks to my own organisation skills, which probably haven't got much better over that time. But so not many people, I think, have brought the police in to look for a teddy, but hey, it worked.
So good, honestly. What a great story. I love that story. So I've also got one or two other questions for you on my notepad here. First one is, if you were a Disney character, who would you be and why?
I think I'd be Pumbaa from The Lion King. Just kind of waddling along, living his life, happy as, kind of doesn't really want too much drama. But you know, when it comes along, he can get involved. But actually, I think I'd be just enjoying life, doing my own thing. Definitely Hakuna Matata, no worries. Just Pumbaa I think is the one for me.
Nice, very good. What's the first thing you're going to do when we get out of lockdown?
So, not just have I got a dog recently. My brother and his wife just had a baby, so baby Tobias. So go spend some kind of long quality time with him without lockdown restrictions kind of imposed would be my absolute number one thing to do. After that, I'll be seeing as many friends as I can. I feel like I haven't seen anyone outside of me and my wife Naomi for quite a long time other than through a screen. So
yeah. What did you want to be when you were a little kid to grow up? What job did you want to do?
I wanted to be a fireman, hands down. Fireman was where I was going. I was excited. Loved the uniform. Loved Fireman Sam. Best day ever was when some firemen came to outside our house to check at the hydrant. I got to put the helmet on and the jacket. I mean, 7-year-old Tim couldn't have been happier, to be honest.
Oh, I wanted to be a fireman. Still do want to be a fireman, but God's got other plans. Okay, so some quick fires. Are you ready? Would you rather? Okay, so would you rather, Tim, have fingers as long as your toes or toes as long as your fingers?
Toes as long as my fingers.
Very good. Would you, for the rest of your life, rather speak like Donald Duck or sing musical numbers from Disney as your answers for the rest of your life?
Musical numbers, definitely. I'd do that anyway. If only I could sing a bit better. Musical numbers.
Would you rather have the neck of a giraffe or the nose of an elephant?
Neck of a giraffe. I'm not tall enough. That'll help me out. Neck of a giraffe.
And would you rather be superhero or supervillain?
Superhero. Yeah, gotta be a good guy.
Cape or no cape?
Oh, cape. Definitely cape. Why be a superhero if not for a
pants
cape?
on the outside, like your undies on the outside or inside?
No, outside. Classic. That classic stereotypical superhero. That's all I'm gonna do.
Amazing. What would be your superpower, by the way?
I mean, flying. It's just got to be unbelievable. So let's go with that. Any point, fly around.
Great. Wonderful. That was Tim's Q&A. So it's weekly challenge time, and how are you doing with these weekly challenges? I'm not getting much back, my friends. Come on, see how you can challenge yourself with those different things. Do it as a family. It'd be great to know what you're doing. Maybe it's just a picture of you playing it, or even a video if you wanted to, as long as you are happy for you to be on our little check-in here. It'd be great to have you play those games. Now, for this week's challenge, all you need is a pencil or a colouring crayon, or however many you think you can do, because we are going to play pencil catch. Simple game, very simple. So all you have to do is put your hand out like so, place your pencil on top, and then go 3, 2, 1, catch. Dead easy, right? So once you've done that a couple of times and you know you can do it, maybe challenge yourself to go 1, 2, 3, or even 4 more, so that you've got 5 on your hand. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 now. Here we are, 5. Okay, here we go. You ready? 1, 3, 2, 1, 5. Boom! Okay, so let's see how many more I can do. I'm going for 10. All right, here's my 10. You ready? on the hand. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dropped the 1. How many can you do? And each time, once you've caught it, then you move on to a higher number. See how you do this week. We are going to grab our Bibles and we are going to look at the end of Matthew 28. For the last few weeks, we've been looking at the coming of the Holy Spirit, and this is like just before the Holy Spirit came. Jesus gave these words to his disciples of go and make disciples of all nations. Tim, this is quite a brilliant bit. Well, the whole Bible's brilliant, let's be honest, but there's some struggles. But like this bit is kind of what we're supposed to do. How does it make you feel when you read these 4 verses?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think when you told me this was the passage we were looking at, Rick, I was like, fantastic passage, love it. I think it makes me feel really excited. It's like Jesus saying, guys, this is what I've been here for. This is your chance. This is like, come on, this is what we're all about. Go and do this. Also, a little bit nervous, a little bit scared. How do I do that? I'm just one guy, right? How do I go out and do that? I think that's how I always felt when I first heard it, and I don't think that's changed today. I think it's so exciting. It's so what we're here for, but actually, it doesn't sound that easy, does it?
I mean, it is incredible, isn't it? When you think about, that Jesus. Well, the first bit is that I find amazing is that in verse 18, I have given you all authority. Like, it's almost like he's been around and he's there to equip us, to help us go and do this stuff. It's not like he's like, right, I've done my job, see you later, off I go. It's like, look, I've given you the stuff, go and do it. As well as wanting to be a fireman, I also at one point dreamt of being a secret agent. Probably James Bond influenced some of that. And it's just like this idea that God is saying through Jesus of like, look, this is your mission. Go and do this. And like you, I get really excited about it. And have you ever tried to be a secret agent, Tim?
When I was little, we had a spy-themed party. What costumes can you come in? Kind of trilby hat and a big coat with a big collar on it. Can I sneak around? I grew up with 2 brothers, so sneaking around and jumping out on them was a big part of my life. So I feel like that was quite training for a secret agent.
Yeah, a good bit of training. And like, because secret agents are given this mission, like go and do it. And then the idea is that the whole then film unfolds. And I think this is a little bit like, if we take hold of this to go and make disciples, baptizing them, like, in the name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Let's not unpack the whole Trinity right now. But then he says, look, teach. He's almost like laying it out. This is how I want you to do it. So it's like you go first and then you teach people to understand and obey God's word. And then be sure of this, I am always with you. And you can guarantee in any James Bond film that yes, James Bond will go and do what he's done, but he's always got that group of people, that M, behind him to go and help him kind of have these crazy gadgets that he's got. And it's like Jesus is saying, look, I'm going to help you. All you've got to do is go and do it. And like, what does going and making disciples look like for you, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, in the kind of the normal world, I think it's about going out for me, going into my workplace. I mean, I'm a student this year, and kind of going out and meeting those people and being who I am. So being a Christian, being someone who lives with Jesus, kind of who takes those words that Jesus gives us and that story of his life and everything that's in that Bible and tries to live that out. Do I get it right all the time? Absolutely not. But trying to live that out and trying to then have conversations with people that says, this is why I'm doing it. This is what's important to me. Have you thought about it? And I think that secret agent idea is fantastic, isn't it? You're going out and you have this mission that you know all about. You're going out and you're doing it, and you've got all this support. Kind of classic Jesus. Here's something really difficult to do, but don't you worry, I've got your back. I'm with you. And in you go. And I think for me, it's a great analogy. I think I spend that time kind of being me, being entirely me, but having that mission from Jesus to kind of set me aside and set me apart, but to give a bit of a different meaning to all those conversations. So I'll chat to my mates, but actually maybe I'm thinking, well, it'd be really interesting to kind of look at this from a different perspective. This is kind of why I think the way I do. And I think sometimes that's a big conversation, isn't it? And sometimes that's just a little comment here and there, a little bit of banter between friends. And I think kind of that can have a huge impact, really.
But we're in lockdown, so the kind of the mission is even harder now, isn't it? Because we can't meet together like we would normally. We can't go to school like we would normally. We're not around our friends like we would normally. So it is even harder. The other day I was praying for someone to come on Alpha, and different reasons why they couldn't, and an opportunity didn't come about. But I was then talking to another friend, and she and her partner, they're currently on our church Alpha, and they weren't the people that I thought would be going on Alpha. And it's really quite exciting how God can still use us to kind of do the mission stuff, to help us to go and help people understand a little bit more. Now obviously with boys and girls that's a little bit harder. With young people that's harder because they're not interacting like they used to. So have you got any ideas of how we could help people kind of go and make disciples at the moment?
Yeah, I think I totally agree. It's one of the exciting things is that call to go and do stuff, and actually how do we do that in lockdown when go and do is actually probably all we want to do, but we're being told by our parents and by teachers and by the government actually you need to stay at home as much as possible. So for me I think it's about, most of us are at home but we're not on our own, so how do you live that out with your family or your siblings, kind of those people who are really around you? How do you kind of live that life with Jesus and kind of showing his love and showing his example through that, I think is really important. Yeah. I think most of us are still having some interactions with other people outside the home. That might be through school, that might be online. I know my kids are doing lots of stuff online and kind of commenting and things. And how do you do that? Kind of how are you spending your time on that? And are you encouraging and uplifting others in the way that Jesus calls and wants us to do? Or are you being negative in that? And I think it's about finding those opportunities to do that. So I know church has been encouraging you to write letters that can go to old people's homes and kind of show Jesus' love through that. And I think there are opportunities there to still do that. And I think it's different, isn't it? Everything is different at the moment. But I think it teaches us a whole new set of skills. And I think it's a great opportunity for young people in particular to kind of share the joy and the excitement of Jesus with other people who might not normally hear about it, because suddenly they're open to receiving a letter from someone they didn't know, or having a phone call, or a conversation over a fence or whatever it might be with someone that they wouldn't normally have spoken to. So it's hard, it's strange, isn't it? I think we're all feeling that, but there's definitely opportunities to do it.
Absolutely, and what a great idea. We live it out in our homes with the people around us, because actually we're having to live with people a lot more right now, and so how do we show Jesus better in how we live in, and then especially the people that know us even better than other people, our friends might do, especially about how do we interact online and all of those things, and how do we share that, maybe you're online with school and all of those kind of things, and then also how do we do the wider thing of telling people more about God, maybe through letters and whatever else. Tim, that is amazing. Mate, just before we go, could you pray for each of the people that are watching, that they will be able to go and make disciples?
Yeah, definitely. Lord, I want to thank you for the opportunity to do Kids Life together still, even in this online world. I thank you for this passage that you say, I'm giving you all that you need, but go and talk and teach and show people what it means to live for me. I pray for everyone that we'd have opportunities to do that, to live that out in this lockdown world, that we would not be feeling like we can't do it because of lockdown, but actually we would be shown, Lord, that you would be showing us amazing ways that can happen through lockdown, that you would be answering those prayers to show and tell more people about Jesus, and that we would go on that secret mission even from our own homes, Lord. Amen.
Amen. Amazing. Tim, what is your final thought that you'd like to leave with the kids? It can be crazy or it can be sensible. Go.
Oh, I mean, crazy does sound fun, doesn't it? I think all about this is, do you know what? You might feel like, I'm just one person, I'm young, what can I do? But actually, the Bible talks a lot about using you as a young person to do amazing things, and just give them the chance, go for it.
Amazing. Thank you, mate.
Sadly, it's the end of check-in for another week. Who knows how long this is going to go on for, but we're still going to be here. We're going to start dropping some stuff onto YouTube for Kids Life as well. Some fun things are going to be happening. Keep your eyes peeled for those, and have an incredible week. And again, thank you, Tim. Great story about you, Teddy. Great to meet Chase a little bit, and yeah, thank you for helping me look at Matthew 20. So, guys, have a great week, and we'll be praying for you. Bless you. Bye.